It's occurred to me neither of us agreed he was going to do an intro.
No.
So, this is now the intro.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, no, I'm Lewis. He's Josh.
Yeah, I am.
Matt's not here. He died of coronavirus.
It's such a shame, but
And I've come down with it as well.
yeah.
So, frankly, it's going great.
I hope you don't give it to me. That would suck.
Oh, I'm coming down to at some point. Oh, I can't say that. I'm coming down to our hometown. Cut around that.
Okay.
It's fine. This is a non-canon episode. It's not happening.
It's non-canon.
Yeah, it's non-canon.
Oh yeah, none of this stuff actually happened. This is a spin-off.
Yeah, well, this technically was meant to be a spin-off.
Yeah.
But we just gave up on it because it was too hard to run two simultaneously because we would actually require two different websites. So now they're just non-canon episodes.
Well, it was yeah. It's just the ones for when someone's not here.
Actually, well, it wouldn't require a different website. They're just the bonus ones, the fun ones.
The other ones are like crap. Honestly, they're terrible. These ones. This is where the real is.
Oh my god, you said a no word.
I did. I'll
Yeah, you're coming through and patch that up, weren't you?
Yeah.
You're not,
I felt it was worth it.
To leave that in.
Look, the baby ears of our listeners.
Yeah. Myself and Matt.
Yeah. You gotta be protected.
I was listening back to the show last week, right?
Yeah.
And I was thinking, what would be funny? Because I only made it halfway because I decided I want to go to bed because I'm sick. But
wow.
I made it far enough. I made it through the live reading of what was it? Ready Player One. Like,
forgot about that.
It was not good. And then Matt went off on 50 Shades.
Yeah.
So you know what I think would be funny?
What?
If we read 50 Shades.
If we read 50, like, right now?
No.
Oh, no. No. That's even worse than the Smallville stuff.
Yeah, but it takes less time.
It takes less. I have to go out and buy it.
You could pirate it. I reckon I could find a pirated version of 50 Shades right now.
Okay. I'd rather watch Smallville than read 50 Shades of Grey.
I'm finding, like, the spectrum of terrible ideas. So watch Smallville is above read 50 Shades. But what's above Smallville?
What? I mean, it still has to be something that none of us really want to do.
We'll play The Witcher quest by quest. I suggested that one at one point as a joke.
I mean, yeah, I'd probably rather do that than watch Smallville. Because I feel like it would take less time.
I don't think it would.
Really?
Well, it was going to be like a set of quests a week, wasn't it?
Oh.
And
I mean, Smallville's really long.
Yeah, but it's only 10 seasons.
I don't know. I mean, it would still be playing a game. Again. I'm sure it'd warm up to The Witcher. I'm
sure you would.
Yeah.
That's actually, you have no idea how good of a segue that is. Speaking of warming up.
Yeah.
I became a fascist dictator this week.
That is not something you want to be saying.
Not only did I do it, I reveled in it.
Oh. That is... I mean... I'm hoping this isn't a fictional world.
Yeah. I was playing Frostpunk.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's really hard.
It's very hard.
I hate that you asked me, is it good?
Why?
Because it is. But I just don't like it as much as I thought I would.
Okay.
So it comes with this great story of I became a fascist dictator this week, which I'll tell.
Yeah.
But it's just... I don't know. It's not grabbing me in the way I thought it would.
Yeah.
I thought I'd be making hard calls, and I kind of am, but the hard calls you make, their consequences either happen immediately and they're terrible, or they don't happen at all when they say they're going to.
Oh.
And you would think that people would have a little bit of respect for the fact that we have, like, 20 pieces of wood. I physically cannot build 80 tents. Like, guys, you're from London in the 1800s. You're educated just enough to be able to know that 80 is bigger than 20.
Yeah, I that's reasonable for people to understand that.
Apparently. But no, they can't do this. So, what did I do? I became a fascist.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was real simple. We were surviving.
Yeah.
We weren't thriving or anything. It was a rough start. I'm new to the game. I played like 3 attempts, finding it difficult. I don't know the cheese tactics. Because games like this, you know what they always have? They have a cheese tactic. It's like Democracy 3. In Democracy 3, you could like have a 40% flat tax on top of banded tax, and people wouldn't get annoyed by it. You may notice here, that's 80% tax.
That's a lot
roughly.
Of tax.
That's a lot of tax. They didn't care.
That is weird.
I thought it's like 70.3.
Oh, that's reasonable then.
Of course, it's not 80.
Yeah.
I've given a 12% discount. That's the line. You cross that, it's done. Because, like, the negative modifiers were exponential.
Okay.
The 2 small ones, way better than 1 big one.
Yeah.
Even though the 2 small ones are worth more. And Frostpunk is very much the same, where it's... Well, I imagine it's very much the same, where there's going to be some tactic where everything falls into line and there's no difficulties. And I like to believe that's the new world order of fascism.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not selling it.
What, selling fascism?
Yeah, I'm trying to sell fascism here. Help me out, man.
I don't know. You need a new marketing for fascism. It's just It's just not popular anymore.
Okay,
it's not.
I've got it. First of all, fascism is very popular at the moment. I would say it's the most popular it's been since the 30s. And we just hit the 20s, and we'll get to that.
Oh,
let's talk about let's talk about the benefits of fascism. So there's 2 bars.
No.
There's discontent, and there's hope.
Yeah.
These hope you want high, and discontent you want low.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's dis something. I'll do a quick Google now. This is an informal episode and may never get aired. Not that anyone would care. See, Frostbug. Oh, that didn't help.
That's unhelpful.
Yeah, no, it's discontent. It's discontent. Okay. Don't worry. Okay. You want low discontent, high hope. It's pretty simple to do. Don't do things that piss them off, and give them some like basic humanity.
Yeah.
So you get an option. There's like a law book, and every X amount of time. Well, actually, not X amount of time. You make a law, and you go, boom. I think we should make people work for 24 hours non-stop in this facility. People don't like that. That's a controversial law.
Yeah. I can see why.
And after you pass this law, there's like some amount of time, and it's different for every policy you take. There's some amount of time until you can pass the next one. So boom, you make people work longer. Then you get an option, of course, between child labour or child shelters.
Okay.
It's already been I picked.
Oh. It's a child labour, isn't it?
Well, originally, yeah. Because I thought, why have a non-existent workforce? But you can't have them both. They're incompatible ideas. So on my next run through, after we all died a horrible death, I'd never let it actually get that far. I've always stopped it preemptively because I just know that, like, once you're in a death spiral, you're in a death spiral. You can't get out.
Yeah.
This is why it's called death spiral and not like death. Maybe you'll get out someday.
Yeah.
Right. It's a self-perpetuating system. So the next one, I was like, let's have some child shelters because I never used the children. So why bother? And it's too much hassle. You know, I want good, strong workers, none of these weak feebles.
That's the reason you wouldn't have a child labour workforce.
They got injured all the time, and then if you didn't give everyone, like, all the children time off, you get this massive discontent boost. And it's like, yeah, but the child did it. He's a moron. Apparently, that is an unpopular way of viewing things.
Can't imagine why.
I can't imagine why. So I made child shelters, and in those child shelters, you can propose another law that makes the children train as medics or engineers, which makes either workshops or infirmaries work faster. So I always put them in infirmaries, except on one run I didn't, and I regret that. But let's pretend that didn't happen. So I've now got children helping in infirmaries, making them more efficient. 10%. That's how much a child is worth. 10%.
Of, like, a regular adult?
Yeah.
Wow.
Trash.
Yeah.
So, here's the thing to consider. Apparently, child shelters provides hope, and child labour provides discontent.
That makes sense to me.
But here's the thing that doesn't make sense to me. We can either bury the corpses that we generate from the absolute freezing temperature, or we can bury them in a more ceremonial fashion. They're still being buried, but one of them's a cemetery and one of them's a body hole.
A body hole?
It's a body hole where we freeze them.
A corpse pit. Yeah.
I think it is described as a corpse pit.
Yeah. So, are you saying that...
My bad.
Are you saying that discontentment rises when you use the body pit?
Well, the description of the law is we'll keep dead bodies out of the heat zone and cover them in snow. The cold will halt their decay.
Okay.
Notice, you need to dig this pit. Hope will fall and discontent will rise.
Oh, well, yeah, that sounds about right.
But then we start hacking them up and putting them in new patients, improving our medical facilities, and, like, I think that's a good thing. You'll never guess what everyone else thinks. They don't care. Not even hope will rise. No, we literally do not care. You could not have passed this law and we would still not care. And you know what? These dead bodies, they're even more productive than the children. 20%.
20? Really?
Yeah.
Dead bodies.
Yeah,
more productive than...
Well, they're organ transplants.
Yeah. Wow, children really are bad.
Yeah, the children are garbage. You can't kill them all because that's immoral. But, like, they're all garbage. And I've never seen them grow up because I've only ever survived for, like, 50 days. Right? That's not child rearing time.
No, that's not... There's nowhere near enough. How fast does time progress in this game,
then? Relatively fast. I haven't played long, but I've probably played, like, 100 and something days over, like, multiple playthroughs.
Yeah.
Just because, like, you don't want really long nights in a game like this because it makes you feel completely helpless.
Yeah.
Let's see, I've played for 4 hours, which isn't much, I'm aware. So I haven't found a cheese strat, and I've been busy and ill. Coronavirus, what can you do?
Well, possibly coronavirus.
Possibly coronavirus. It came on, like, literally 8 hours ago.
Yeah.
Because I woke up at, like, 4 in the morning, and I was like, oh, I'm good. And then by 8 o'clock, I'm like, no, I'm not good. I'm not looking so good.
No.
Oh, here's a weird thing. I've just seen it on the wiki page. This efficiency bonus applies even if no one is dead.
What?
Yeah. Just the concept of organ transplants helps people work better at the infirmary. Because they're like, well, worst case, we could put some like, new organs in and then take riskier treatments. And then they're like, oh, that didn't matter. Oh, fine. We're really good at surgery.
Wait, but there'd have to be at least one dead guy for organ transplants to be, like, a possibility.
Apparently not.
Oh, they just really like the idea of it.
Yeah. Oh, and you can also pack twice as many people inside of a hospital. People get unhappy if you do that, though.
Yeah, that makes sense. Overcrowding isn't fun.
It's certainly not. Oh my god. I found a law I didn't know existed.
Yeah?
Alternative food source.
Oh no. This is not good. I'm sure
New
I know what this is.
ability to use redacted as raw food at a cookhouse.
Oh
Signing
no.
will decrease hope. Using the ability can raise discontent and lower hope dramatically. If people find out what you did, around 50% chance.
So, it's not guaranteed that they'll find out?
Nope. 4-day cooldown.
Wow.
One dead body is 15 food.
Is that a lot?
That's maybe like 20 meals.
Okay. That sounds decent.
You see, you're starting to think like me now. You're starting to think like, what if we just chop up the bodies?
Well, just in terms of, like, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm just saying it's a... I mean, a dead body can go far, apparently.
Right? And because people, like, just the concept of organ transplants helps the medicine tents, the infirmaries, guess what? You can eat all of the bodies.
Oh, it's... You gotta give it to them. This is a very efficient society.
Well,
they're not wasting anything.
We say it's efficient, but the healthcare line less efficient. You can have radical treatment or sustain life, which is either when people get frostbite. I should mention it's really cold. Like the game starts at minus 20 Celsius.
In Frostpunk.
Yeah, minus 20 Celsius,
thought.
and like I've seen it go as low as minus 70. I reckon that's not even the lowest it can go. I reckon it can hit like minus 120.
How is... Okay. So frostbite is going to be real common.
Oh yeah, if they're out in the cold for like 5 seconds, they have frostbite. Because that's 5 seconds our time. That's like 4 hours their time.
Oh my god.
So you have to chop their limbs off, or you can sort of like, oh, they're gravely ill, we'll put them in like a not care house, but like a care house.
Yeah.
But even after you've chopped their arms off, you still have to do it. They still have to go into the care home, but you can put prosthetics on them.
Yeah.
Because this is a steampunk world where steam can do anything. It's like magic. There's automatons, like a big mechy things that walk around and do all your jobs for you. There's prosthetics, that's it. To be fair, there are 2 things, and a massive generator that lives at the heart of society.
Steam strikes me as something uncommon in a frost world.
No. Because there's coal everywhere. These generators are built in like coal reservoirs.
Okay.
So you have this really big generator that's powering things with steam and heat.
Yeah.
But this isn't even the line to how I became fascist, by the way.
How did you become fascist?
Well, hope was a problem. People were they had no hope. They were unhappy.
Sure.
And we found out.
I can imagine.
We found out there was a civilization. There was like another generator area that had like fallen, and people were like, "Oh no, we're gonna die. It's all over." Wah wah wah.
Yeah.
Those responses.
Yeah.
So I established a neighborhood watch, and then guard stations, and then a propaganda center. I never established a prison, of course. That would be that would be immoral. And then there was the Pledge of Loyalty.
Yeah.
So the Pledge of Loyalty is, people make mistakes, but we can give them a chance to redeem themselves if they agree to cooperate, of course.
Okay.
And then the last one after that is New World Order.
That doesn't sound good.
With the introduction of the New Order, all whose voices doubt. So, let's try this again. I'm ill, and I'm having a stroke. I'm convinced. All who voice doubts will be branded as traitors. Obedience is the highest virtue, without which the city cannot survive. All those who do not follow will be swept aside.
I'm going to take a pass on this society. It doesn't sound too good.
Well, it's here or death.
Oh.
Because we're the only place with a generator.
Yeah, you're forcing everyone to just bend to your will.
Would you like to hear the characteristics?
Sure.
Hope will never be a problem again.
Well, that's good.
Hope becomes obedience.
Less.
Fall in line.
Good.
Fall in line. A public execution space will be built.
Oh no. That's awful.
These are kind of in the good categories.
These are in the good. Why is public execution in the good category?
Well, I don't think it costs anything. I don't think it takes up space. I think they just kill people there. Notice, some public enemies will die. Some people will be compelled to fight this law. Some of them may die.
That's downplaying it a little bit.
There's another side to this. There's a faith side where there is order, there is faith, and you can get the new faith. And I've never looked at it, so let's see what it does. Good. Hope will never be a problem again. Becomes devotion. Public execution space will be built. Some heretics will die. Some people will feel compelled to fight this law. Some of them will die. It occurred to me, no matter what I do, I must kill people.
I mean,
but if you look at them, actually, they're like parallels.
It's a good way of controlling people.
It is a really good place of controlling people. This is the story of how it became fascist.
By killing people. In a video
I was doing
game.
that long before then. There was a guy whose child ran away from the generator because he didn't like how it was becoming, and he was like, "I'm gonna run after her." And you get the option of ignore him, lock him up, or give him supplies. I ignored him, of course. Like, if you want to throw your life away, do what you want. I have 200 spare unemployed workers here. I'm chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to them?
Oh, I think they just died in the cold. There was a massive blizzard.
Oh. Well, hopefully they're in a better place.
I don't know, Josh. We were an order tree, not a faith tree, so they didn't believe in anything.
Oh.
Maybe one day, when I'm rich.
Yeah. You'll make your own religion.
I've always thought I'd be a good cult leader. I don't like doing anything,
Yeah. You don't like doing anything. You like money. Yeah. Controlling people,
Second nature.
Yep, totally. Yeah, those are... You probably would be decent.
I don't think I have the attitude for it, though.
I don't know if you'd get as far as Scientology, but
This is not how far Scientology actually goes. Like, if you listen to it, it sounds insane.
It is insane.
Yeah.
Scientology is so... it doesn't make any sense.
Get on the ship with Xenu. All hail Xenu.
Xena is pretty cool, though. You gotta admit.
It's like the cult that all killed themselves to get on a spaceship. That if it was passing over exactly the right time, and then afterwards they said, even if you missed your chance, if you do it, you'll still end up on the ship.
Well, even after
yeah, no, even after it's passed.
Yeah. Look, guys, we know we said that this was the only time that you'd be able to do it, and that moment has passed. But we're pretty sure that you'll still get into like the good place if you killed yourself like soon and give us all your money. That's a big.
But here's the thing: we don't know if it worked.
You're right. We can't verify it.
So
I don't know if it's
by all rights, it may have worked.
That's true. It might have. I don't think. I'm gonna
pretend it did.
I don't think that's like the assumption you should be making. I don't think we should assume that they're right about this. There's absolutely no basis for it.
Josh, I want to kill myself and go to like a space place. No, don't kill yourself. Put that back in there just in case.
Yeah, don't. It's not worth it. Even if, like, the space place is really cool, it's probably not real.
How cool would it have to be? Let's say you got, like, a chance to go. It was, like, 50-50. You go to space place or you don't. You have to die. How good would it have to be for you to take that risk?
For a 50-50?
It's a 50-50.
I don't...
It's guaranteed, though.
It's not...
There's no, like, it exists. It's not going to be one of the situations where it's like, oh, you thought it existed, but it didn't.
Oh, but there's a... Okay, so it does exist.
It 100% exists.
But there's a 50-50... If
you go.
What?
Right? I'm not promising it exists otherwise.
Wait, where's the 50-50 chance coming in?
If you kill yourself, you'll end up there.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
I'm not promising it exists if you don't kill yourself. No, you're not getting out of it that way.
Wait, I'm confused. But it would... Does it exist or does it not in this scenario?
It's like a quantum place.
So I don't know.
It's a 50-50 whether you go, right?
Yeah.
But if you go, if you roll the 50-50 and you succeed,
yeah,
guaranteed exists.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
but
yeah.
It doesn't necessarily exist if you don't kill yourself.
Yeah. But that's the same if I do. I have no way of knowing.
You have no way of knowing, but I'm telling you, it definitely exists if you kill yourself, but doesn't if you don't.
I think
this sounds very culty already.
I feel like you're making this more complicated than it needs to be.
Well, no, because the argument here is, well, what if I just stay on Earth and I try and find it? Like, you have no guarantees of this.
I would have assumed this was like a place you could only get to by dying.
Well, I said like Space City, right? So that could just be like a place that exists IRL.
Okay, I was just assuming like afterlife stuff. I mean, I probably
we could call it afterlife.
Huh?
We could say it's afterlife. It doesn't matter.
I don't think I'd take that. That's why would anyone?
Well, think of it this way. Now, not to talk about one of the like 3 things you're not meant to talk about on a podcast, but Josh, you're not a religious man.
I'm not.
Right?
Yeah.
So when you die, 100% chance nothing happens.
I mean, that's not true.
Very low chance that something happens.
Yeah.
At least according to your beliefs.
Yeah.
Hence, 50-50 is the best chance you're going to get.
No, but why is it a 50...
But if it's a Christian belief, you're dead. You're in hell now. That's what I said.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
but the odds of Christians being right over every other religion on Earth pretty low.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
could just create my new one, and now I've made that even lower.
But I don't think that's how that works.
No?
It's not American God rules.
What do you mean?
Well, in American gods, there's like all the gods represent something, right? There's like Odin, and then there's Mr. I think, oh God, what are they called? There's the technology guy, and there's like the media woman, and then there's the slave guy. But he's not a slave guy. He's like a freeing slave guy. He's like a American, Black American thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what the god is exactly. It was a really boring series after a while. It kind of sucked.
It seemed like I saw a few trailers for it, and it seemed interesting.
Yeah, that's what hooked me in. Oh, it's going to be cool. But Shadow's a boring character, and his wife is the most interesting part, and she sucks. She's horribly unlikable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
The actor cannot get a break. She is in consistently bad things, but she seems like a really good actor.
That does suck.
And she was in Sucker Punch. That's the last thing I knew she was in.
Yeah.
And then she like vanished from my radar until this came out.
Another bad thing. Or another unlikable character.
I think the first season's like okay, but then it falls off. All right, maybe my problem here is I just don't like Neil Gaiman. Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like most of what he writes. I don't really enjoy.
That's fair.
Like, and I reckon if he heard me say I don't really enjoy what he writes, he'd be like, "That's cool. I don't like what you write either." And it's like I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's a compliment in my eyes.
It's a compliment.
I say that his books are well written.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't like them.
Yeah.
Well, they're kind of well written. They don't really do anything a lot of the times.
No.
I'm trying to articulate what I mean. Basically, there's a bunch of really cool ideas, and they never go anywhere. And it's like, oh, okay. You're going to follow this up? Yeah, I don't think so. Honestly, I'm going to move on to my next project. Also about gods.
Is a lot of what he writes about gods?
No, not really, but he did, like, the last two things that came out as, like, adaptations are about gods. There was Good Omens, which was about celestial beings, like, trying to stop the apocalypse.
Yeah.
I liked Good Omens. It's pretty good. It was alright, I should say. It was a bit abstract in places. Just things happened just because. Or to subvert expectations, it felt like.
Okay.
But also, it was funny. So, like, it's a comedy, and I'll let it slide.
Yeah.
American Gods was not a comedy at all, in any way.
It did not seem like it from the trailers.
You're never going to watch it, I assume.
No.
Right? Mr. Wednesday, really cool character. Really like him. He's barely in it. Shadow, I kind of hate with a passion.
Yeah.
I hate so much about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really struggling to, like, what can I say on this not quite PG but pretty PG podcast? And it's like there's an affair, and you actually see it, and like his wife is a corpse who walks around and is alive because of a lucky coin.
What?
Yeah.
Sure.
There's like a genuine lucky coin that if you have, you're luckier.
You just.
Oh, it's like magic, I should say.
Okay.
It's not a lucky coin. It's a magic coin. And Shadow wins this coin off of a leprechaun. He's like one of the main characters of the first season.
Okay.
Or kinda. And his wife cheated on him and then died cheating on him. They were in a car driving. Boom, crashed. So he like drops the coin on her grave and is like, I'm done. Something like that. I can't remember. It's been a while. It's been like a year. And the coin like falls into the grave, and then she wakes up
Because of a magic coin.
Yeah, because of the magic coin. But she's just a corpse, so nothing repairs, nothing heals. So
Oh.
she has the autopsy scars. She can peel them open.
Oh, that's awful.
Right? She was full of embalming fluid and had to remove that.
Oh, no.
Right?
That sounds...
She looks like death because, she is.
Yeah.
And she swallows the coin to stop the leprechaun from getting it.
Yeah. Okay.
He follows her around until she dies, so he can get the coin back.
Okay.
And then when she dies,
yeah,
because the coin flies out because she's
she
in another
can
car
still...
crash.
Okay, so she can still die again.
Oh yeah, if the coin comes out of her, she's dead.
Oh, so her just retaining the coin keeps her alive.
Yeah.
Got
and if you put it back in, she comes back.
Okay.
The one thing I will say is, this coin, I think, does actually loop back to the ending of the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, she gives him the coin and then dies at the end. Because he needs the coin to, save Mr. Wednesday, who is doing something.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. The imagery's cool, but other than that, it's a bit crap.
That is the main thing that interested me in the trailers, was just, you had all of these, seemingly pretty unique gods with their own all of their names were related to what they were and what they did.
What do you think Mr. Wednesday is the god of?
Okay, except that one.
That one actually makes a huge amount of sense when you know it.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, spoilers for anyone who cares, for American gods, if you're listening. Unlikely. Mr. Wednesday is Odin.
Odin.
Yeah. And Wednesday used to be called Odin's Day.
Okay.
So he's essentially Mr. Odin.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Because he gets on the plane and he asks Shadow, what day is it? And Shadow's like, Wednesday. And he's like, oh, it is my day. There's some clever foreshadowing in there. It's not subtle, but I didn't know this fact about Odin.
Yeah.
I learnt it from watching the series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that... Yeah. It works if you don't already know it.
Right, and he's played by, Ian McShane, which is, the main reason I watched it.
Yeah. I really don't know many people in, I don't know, actors or actresses in things.
I know him from, very few things, but he has, a very gravelly voice and is very recognizable.
Okay.
But, I'm trying to see. He played Tai Lung in Kung Fu Panda.
Tai Lung.
Yeah, the snow leopard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was in Coraline as well.
Okay.
And he played Blackbeard in Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tide. Oh man, he had at least 3 whiffs in a row. He had Sorcerer's Apprentice into Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, into Snow White and the Huntsman.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Was the Pirates of the Caribbean one bad?
It was the 4th one. It was terrible.
Oh, okay.
The one with the mermaid.
Yeah. I think I've seen the first one, and that's it.
What, Curse of the Black Pearl?
Yeah.
You could probably stop there.
Yeah.
It adequately ends there.
Okay. That's unfortunate.
The thing I never understood about the Pirates of the Caribbean films is they get into really seriously terrible conditions. They have to go to Davy Jones' locker to rescue Jack and do a bunch of this stuff.
Mm.
And they know where an island is, that can make you immortal.
Yeah.
But they never use it. And the fourth film is about becoming immortal. I don't know why Jack isn't like, oh, this is like a really terrible way of becoming immortal. Like, if you want as much time as possible, take a coin from this treasure chest, then come back over here, try and do all of this stuff, and then undo the curse. Like, you'll feel terrible for it, because like, the curse of the Black Pearl is terrible.
Yeah.
Like, you're constantly starving and constantly dehydrating. You can't taste anything, because you're not real. They don't have a tongue.
Yeah.
And you can't feel pain.
Yeah.
Which really, how can you be hungry if you can't feel pain? I've always felt that it's.
I guess they're two different things, maybe.
Maybe it's magic anyway. Like, who cares?
Yeah. It's a Pirates of the Caribbean film. I don't think anyone's looking into that for
Pirates of the Caribbean, Josh? How?
Huh?
How are they messing up Pirates of the Caribbean?
How are they messing it up?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it doesn't seem too hard to be like, we've got Johnny Depp, and we're going to write like a script for him that's just like a pirate, and we'll let him do his thing, like sprucing up the character. Because that character is like pretty much Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Right? We'll let him spruce it up however he sees fit, and we're going to write a treasure hunting movie. Because that's all Pirates of the Caribbean films.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
That's all they are. They're like, we're going to go and find a treasure. Well, hey.
If only it was just that.
Well, you need other pirates, of course.
Oh, yeah. You need threats, but if the threats were, a little less than Lovecraftian horrors, that would be nice.
Are the threats Lovecraftian horrors?
I mean, the Flying Dutchman is like kinda. He's all tentacly.
No, that's not the Flying Dutchman.
Oh.
No, that's Davy Jones.
Davy Jones, that's the one.
He sails the Flying Dutchman.
Okay. I'm not up to date on my
pirate law.
On my pirate law.
They've like mythologized the Flying Dutchman. I'm convinced the Flying Dutchman was literally a Dutch vessel that was just really good. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just convinced.
Could be.
It probably wasn't. It probably just didn't exist. They called them Dutchmen because that's like who hunted them down. And the Flying Dutchman is one that like just goes over land and like boom, here we go. I don't know. Is it a ghost ship or something?
Yeah.
They go to his locker, Davy Jones's locker.
Yeah.
It's like a sand place full of crabs.
A sand place full of crabs.
Yeah, after the second one,
like an
they
island.
were like really bad.
Yeah.
Well, it was like it was sort of first one was the best, and like a descent to the second, a descent to the third, and then like a cliff to the fourth.
A cliff.
Yeah.
Really not good.
A sheer cliff. It's just not responding. Okay.
Yeah. Well, what is there to say? It's much worse.
It is much worse. I was really hoping you'd carry this a bit, given the aforementioned sickness. I don't think I'd have to do the talking the whole time.
Look, you know me.
Shut up. No, wait, they don't shut up. That's what I want you to do.
Oh, yeah. Talk. Words.
Yeah, talk as much as humanly possible.
Shutting down.
Speaking of your brain shutting down.
Yeah.
Coronavirus.
Yeah. That's shutting down countries.
I'm curious, right? Because I'm at the point in my life where, like, I can comfortably say, I think we should just go into, like, a lockdown and, like, get this thing done.
What, just stop it spreading?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
But the problem is, we're living in a time of everything's kind of a bit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mark that one down. I can't hear the tapping away. There it is. So people can't do that. People can't just be like, I'm gonna go and like lock myself in isolation for a month.
No. No, it's not. Well, I think at the moment I'm in a position where I would be able to.
If I was given like,
I've got projects that I can pretty easily just communicate with tutors online to get advice,
yeah,
and that's all my life is at the moment.
hey, you don't have like proper lectures, do you?
No, just
So
going.
my
in for
lectures
help.
are going like online only, starting the 23rd.
Yeah,
So I got a week.
that seems weird that they'd like start it in a week rather than.
I think it's like arranging it, but like yeah, I was thinking why not start now? Like if you're gonna do it in a week, like the whole point of prevent the curve is keep everyone away from each other.
Mm.
So like just start straight away.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, where my brother goes, like they've already stopped, like all contact. They got it done pretty quick.
My cousin's like shut down till September.
Till September.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I should have asked her about it before I decided to do this podcast because I was hoping to talk to Matt because like Matt's in Canada, right?
Yeah.
People who don't know, Matt's in Canada.
No idea what's
and he was saying, "Oh, I might be coming home," and it's like, what? What?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it kind of makes sense.
But there's barely any cases in Canada.
What's the uni like? What's the like healthcare though?
Yeah,
because it's not free healthcare in Canada, is it?
I think it is, but maybe not for him because he's not like.
Yeah.
But then again, it's Commonwealth. You might just be like, yeah, I'm from the one that runs this place.
But then if it is
head office.
But if it is like likely to, like, if everything's still going to be shut down until like he was due to come home anyway.
Still renting the place though, isn't he?
It's true. I guess, yeah. How is it's university property, isn't it? So.
Yeah, I think so.
They'd probably be able to sort all that out if he was coming home.
I would really hope so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's the weird thing, like, because my lectures are going like online only for a week from now.
Yeah.
And like the university's closed, so I can't even use the library.
Yeah.
Because like the whole thing is to stop public gatherings and like having the library open while everything's closed, where they're going to congregate.
Yep.
I have half a mind to just be like, oh, I'll just go home then. I'll bugger off.
Well, it's not going to be open soon.
Yeah, like, frankly, if this gets worse, which like the numbers predict it's only going to get worse.
It's going to peak. I heard it was going to peak in like a couple of months or something.
It will peak in a couple of months, but if we can get on this isolation thing, like if we were like isolating starting this week, and like it was a 2-week thing, anyone who had like corona-like symptoms during that time, add an extra week for them.
Yeah.
I think we would be able to be fine. But people can't isolate for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, just for no reason.
The country can't shut down.
But then again, it kind of is shutting down. Universities are closing. Schools are going to close next. Because like, there's one thing kids can do, it's get sick.
Yeah. It's true.
Right?
Well, actually, I have some insider knowledge about this.
On coronavirus or schools?
Related to this.
You sell?
I mean, it's not that insider. Okay, so my mum works in the NHS. She's done healthcare. She knows a little about this. Um, but I mean, it makes sense. A lot of people working as like nurses, doctors, whatever, have kids. If schools are going to be closing, that means the kids need someone to look after them. And not as many people are going to be able to be in working as a nurse or as a doctor, as whatever. There's going to be much less.
Oh my god.
So if the schools close, like,
The school's closed, the number of doctors goes down. If the number
Yeah.
of doctors goes down, it takes longer to cure, which means the kids can't go back to school for longer.
yeah,
What
It
a
would
great
be, like,
catch-22.
awful. So it
That is a
probably
feedback
be.
loop and a half.
I reckon it would probably be best if kids stay in school at least for the time being.
But no, but the problem is though, Josh, that like you got to weigh it up. So
Kids are less likely to like die from this.
it's like 10 and up. But let's say that's not the case. It's about spreading it, right? So
Yeah, I know.
let's say I've got it, right? Me. And
Yeah.
I walk past a parent while buying food
Yeah,
because I'm not on lockdown yet, so I'm still buying week to week.
yeah,
I'm not going to buy 3 weeks worth of food all at once. I cannot carry that. Like, it's very far. You know what? I'd say get an Uber, but that like same problem, right? The Uber driver has a kid. Let's imagine that. I bought 3 weeks worth of food from now,
yeah,
and he gets sick, and he infects his kid, and then his kid infects his entire class, who infects his entire school.
yeah.
Now
It's
everyone's
true.
got it, and where are those kids going?
Yeah,
Home.
it's
To infect their parents, who will infect their
it's not
co-workers,
great.
who will infect their doctor parents, who
Yeah,
will now have coronavirus and still not be able to work.
yeah. No situation in this scenario is like
So, on one hand,
good.
it's better to keep schools open. On the other, it would only be better if we kept them locked there 24/7. And
Yeah.
let the disease sort of circulate around the entire school, completely like work, and then like move off again.
Yeah.
But then you've got to have someone look after the kids 24/7, and like I don't want to take that job.
I don't think anyone would. Apart from the parents. And then even so.
Like I don't know how you deal with this. I mean, I do know how you deal with this. Do you just you isolate? That's the whole thing.
Yeah. But well, that's how you deal with it, but that's not
It's
It'll
not
be
feasible for everyone, which is why people who can should self-isolate.
well, and people still need taken care of.
Yeah.
Like even
I think
even outside
they
of
were saying in like
coronavirus.
3 weeks or something there could be like advanced age like isolation. If you're 17 above, or someone with a pre-existing condition, you have to isolate for 3 months.
That should be the case. Like it should have been the case like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, but like well, not a couple of weeks ago. There was like one case last week or something. Like 2 weeks ago.
One?
There was like a really low number
Really?
2 or 3 weeks ago. I mean, it's barely 1,000 now.
It has progressed really quickly.
Well, that's how infections work. It's a whole,
Yeah, I know.
right? You have one person.
So-
One person can only affect so much. Even at a 0.1% infection rate, for every 1,000 people you walk past, one person gets infected, and for every 1,000 people they walk past,
Yeah.
and it's got like a 9-day, like infection time, right? Something like that.
It's
So it will spread like wildfire, even with a 0.1% infection rate.
yeah. I think that is like one of the worst things about this is that you have no way of knowing like over a week if you have it. So you probably like
Yeah, frankly,
you still need to go about and do stuff. So you're gonna have to be going outside, but you don't know if you're gonna be you don't know if you're gonna be like infecting other people with it. There's no way of
And
telling.
then you think about like shop assistants,
Yeah,
cashiers and things.
yeah. That.
Like they're seeing everyone.
Whew.
Those shops at this point, I'm imagining, are like ground zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really hope everyone working in those kind of conditions are like washing their hands regularly and being very careful.
I mean, for their own sakes, you'd hope so, but they don't really have a choice. Like, if they bump into you, like, all right, have fun. And they can't clean the screens constantly, can they? They'd, like, it's not feasible.
Yeah. There's a lot that isn't feasible.
Like, I'll go shopping at, like, 6 in the morning, not because I'm, like, super paranoid, although, like, why not? I'll have some precautions.
Yeah.
But, like, people can't. Man, these epidemics suck, and pandemics suck.
They really do. This is like the first big thing that we're like, you and I have
Ebola could have been a
experienced.
big thing. Ebola could have been terrible.
It could have been, but
We got really lucky with Ebola.
it was like pretty much stuck in third world countries, wasn't it?
Yeah, which I'm not going to say is a good thing, but like at least it's not near me.
Yeah. What actually happened with Ebola? Though?
I think we got lucky with
down?
like it didn't spread super quickly. We isolated it nearly immediately. There was a huge number of responders
that got killed.
I think it was potentially, like, I'm not going to say this is the reason because it's all speculation from my part on this, but because we know the third world isn't equipped to deal with epidemics, because it isn't, there was a lot of relief aid heading over there. So there was a huge amount of effort in one place. It just, like, it basically choked it out. Like, it couldn't spread anywhere. It, like, died down a bit. And they got a handle on it. But everyone in, like, the first world, or, like, China, is like, oh, it won't be me. Like, they'll deal with this. I trust them.
Yeah, could be.
And it was like, well, there's a limit to what they can do.
Yeah.
And, like, the first world is way more dense than the third world. The third world is massive.
There's also, I mean, I guess part of it is probably that there's just not as much travel at all where, like, the Ebola outbreak started. Like, no one, like, there weren't going to be any people getting on a plane after being there. Like,
yeah, like, Unaja has to go and pick up a bunch of water from the nearby well. She's not taking a plane to Miami.
Yeah. Whereas, like, in China, there's a lot of, like, there's going to be a lot of business travel.
It's lots of business travel, and it's very dense.
Yeah.
It's China.
Yeah. It's a lot more
Welcome
likely
to the end of the world.
Oh,
I hope not. Every year, everyone's like, at least 2018 will be better, at least 2019 will be better, at least 2020 will be better. In 3 months in 2020, we had maybe World War III already started and an epidemic.
Oh.
So, a pandemic.
This year started off good. This whole decade is just...
Wasn't it in, like, the first 4 days World War III was, like, in the news?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even remember why anymore.
Oh, they bombed the, I think it was Iran. They bombed, like, a general in Iran.
Oh, yeah, Christ. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that.
Apparently, so of it as everyone else. And Iran, maybe.
Hopefully.
Haven't heard much about it, although to be fair, we barely hear anything about Hong Kong anymore, and it's still going on.
We barely hear anything about North Korea.
North Korea, all things considered, not really on anyone's radar anymore.
No. It's still terrible there, I'm sure.
I'm sure it's terrible, but I imagine it's difficult for coronavirus to spread. Because, like, everyone's already, like, super isolated and depressed.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I doubt they'll be affected by it too much.
So just to clarify, in the 20s, like the last 20s, there was a plague, an economic bust, and flappers. So I'm saying we bring back flappers.
What are flappers?
Their clothing. I'll send you a picture. I'll be honest. Flapper, could be worse.
Yeah, but we don't need to.
They're a type of person. Sorry. They're not clothing. They're like characterized by wearing certain clothing.
Okay. I mean, okay, fine. But like, it's not like this fashion trend is coming back and we just have to accept it. This is like a choice that people will make.
Frankly, flappers, they don't look too bad.
No, it's fine.
What was I don't know why I'm asking you. You don't know, but like, what was a male style choice from the 20s?
I imagine it's some form of suit.
It's a suit and hat. I imagined it would be, but I was hoping it would be a little bit more descriptive. No, it's just a suit and hat.
What male fashion trends are there?
Suit and hat, denim jeans, and like leather jacket. Sometimes trench coat.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Or the classic jeans and a t-shirt combo.
Oh yeah, that's like 90s is very like t-shirt and baggy jeans. And then
it's radical, man. Radical.
Oh god. I'm glad I didn't grow up in the 90s.
Technically you did.
I was born in the 90s. I didn't grow up in the 90s.
I love seeing those people who are like, I was a 90s kid, and it's like, you were born in like 99.
Yeah.
And it's like, mate, come on.
I actually, the 90s did have some cool stuff, but I'm not a 90s
I mean, it had really
kid.
good TV shows, and like it was generally like a fun time. Because it wasn't like a recession, you know?
Yeah. Those suck.
Yeah, those do suck. And it just like skipped the trend.
Yeah.
Every 100 years is a plague, and here's the next plague.
At least it's not Black Death.
I want you to know that is honestly, very curable now.
Yeah, that would probably be better.
Not just very curable. If you got the plague, if you like self-isolated with like a pack of antibiotics, you would be like cured.
Yeah.
Within a week, 2 weeks.
Yeah. I wonder if you'd even like experience any like too many symptoms.
We probably would. It's still a plague.
Yeah, but there's so much we can do.
It wasn't absolutely horrific.
Yeah. But how long did it take for them to get to that point?
I don't know. We studied this at GCSE, and they didn't go into a super high detail of like what was the like time scale of symptoms of the plague. It was like, what was the sociological effect of like the historical effect of the plague on history? It's like, I don't know. People died. Like a third of Europe died.
If only they'd have known about antibiotics. It would have been fine.
That like complete accident that occurred that changed the civilized world.
Yeah. Pretty lucky.
Very lucky.
Wasn't even the first person that discovered it, was he?
I think he was. Well, I imagine that people had discovered it before, but they weren't him. And he was like uniquely equipped to deal with it, where it was like, if I saw that, I'd be like, huh, that's interesting. And then I'd like wash it out.
How many times do you think that's happened? Where like we've been so close to this major breakthrough, but it happened like it was this like random person that didn't really know much about it.
I imagine it happens constantly.
God, that's
like every day someone like almost discovers something. And so yeah,
and then throws it in the bin.
What's gonna happen?
Or washes it away.
Yeah, like can you imagine if there's a cure for cancer that's just like sitting in like my drawers because I haven't cleaned out some tea bags that have been sitting there for like 3 years.
Yeah.
It's like inside those tea bags is a cure to every civilized disease that currently exists. So, well, it's going to get binned out someday.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of tea.
God, that's got to happen like quite often. So many people. Just
7 billion.
Just likely.
I'm ready. I'm ready for when the revolution starts. How about you?
It depends what kind of revolution it is. Like,
here's the incredible thing. If this goes the way I predict it going, we're going to have a Great Depression into a new baby boomer.
Yeah.
Yep. And if that happens, you know what our children will be? That's right. Our children will be boomers.
Yeah, but we can't just... They
Which means our parents, and our children will be boomers.
I don't think my parents are boomers.
No, you've really young parents. But my dad's a boomer. My mum just missed it.
Your mum's an almost boomer.
Yeah, she's a Gen X.
Yeah.
Which is why she's reasonable.
There's like there's a hard line where it just cuts
it's just
off.
like you cross the line, you're done.
Yeah.
Frankly, I'm okay with that. Oh, boomer's the new N-word. Oh, get over yourself.
Oh my god.
Calling people like millennial snowflakes for the first 15 years, and then all of a sudden they responded back. Okay, the generation that you are.
Yeah.
How could this happen?
Even if it was an insult, like that's how are you going to compare it to that? The N-word is like the N-word carries so much weight.
This is why I like the John Mulaney bit. Which is if you're comparing the badness of two words and you won't say one of them, you know which one's worse.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
But apparently, that's been missed. Oh, Josh, I have a story.
A story?
Yeah.
God knows this episode needs content.
I know, right? So I was thinking a minute ago about what could be described as a scumbag.
Okay.
I want to tell you a story about
the traits of a scumbag.
I want to tell you the story about a group of scumbags.
Okay.
We'll call him TP for short. I won't reveal his name.
EP.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got up 6 a.m. yesterday, about a week before, and I went to Tesco.
Yeah.
Because I needed to go shopping for some interesting materials. Notably, toilet paper.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm on maybe half a roll right now.
No.
And I've got a runny nose
Just
and a
use
baby
tissues.
coronavirus.
Just use tissues.
You think I have those?
Do you know?
People have bought them too.
See, that's really weird to me. Because, like, I've been to a couple of shops, like, since this has started happening, and there are plenty of tissues there. No toilet paper. I don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense. Why is everyone buying toilet paper?
I've thought about this a bit.
Yeah.
And it's just an accidental, artificially created market. So what basically happened, I imagine, is that someone was buying toilet paper and they just thought, you know what, I'll buy a bit more toilet paper this week. Because why not? Like, it's on sale or something.
Yeah.
Or like they were buying it for someone else as well.
Yeah.
Like their kid was going to uni and they thought, you know what, I'll buy this toilet paper now so they don't have to buy it when they're there because it takes up a lot of space to carry.
Yeah.
And I'll buy that for them. And someone saw that and was like, oh, is this because of coronavirus? Because they panicked, right? It's just like general panic. This is what happens. You find people hoarding. So they bought two.
The only reason this has happened is because of panic.
And now 2 people are going to the till with toilet paper. And other people are like, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this? Toilet paper is a hot commodity, so they bought some as well.
Yeah.
And then that store ran out.
Now the people who didn't panic can't get toilet paper.
So what do they do when they see toilet paper?
They
buy more.
Yeah.
Because there's a panic. And they have to buy in bulk to get anything.
This causes
me,
everyone
who needs
to
toilet paper. When I go to buy toilet paper, I only buy one pack because you know what, Josh? If there's a lockdown for 3 months,
yeah,
I think I can last on like the 18 rolls of toilet paper that comes in a bag.
For 3 months?
Like push come to shove,
I mean,
I alone in my house can live on 18 rolls of toilet paper.
I think, yeah, that's doable.
Like, you guys in your house, maybe you need 4.
Yeah.
1 per person.
Yeah.
You know what you can do? Buy like 1-ish a month.
Yeah. Not fun. Oh, why did this happen? Why did people have to panic?
I don't know.
I did hear in like the first place I heard about like this happening was Japan. Apparently, a lot of people like bulk bought toilet paper in Japan because they thought they wouldn't be getting any more toilet paper. Like, because I guess a lot of people thought it was made in China, whereas
a
lot of
it seems like it would be really difficult to actually make a little toilet paper in China and then to send it. Well, I guess they're quite close.
Well, it didn't even matter. Like, apparently, Japan makes most of their own.
Well, yeah,
so
everyone makes most of their own toilet paper. Just happens to like be an easy business for companies to set up with.
Everyone needs it.
Everyone needs it.
It's not too like location specific. Like, you don't need a particular material that's only in this one location.
Here's the crazy thing. After this, toilet paper is going to be really cheap.
Yeah.
Because everyone's bought it.
I guess, yeah.
Right? So when I'm not going to have any by the end of this, right? Do you know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to go down there once this is all ended, and it's going to be like 75% off because everyone's bought 6 packs.
And now you bulk buy.
And now I bulk buy, and it's free forever.
Free forever.
It's like buy 1, get 6 free. We literally can't get these off the shelves. No one has space for them because buying 10 packs of toilet paper takes up a huge amount of space.
Yeah.
There's a reason you can't buy single rolls, is because it's just not... Like, that would be ludicrous.
Yeah.
So you buy it in these massive packs because it's so hard to hold.
Yeah.
And then there's a bunch of people buying, like, alcoholic, like, hand soap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that makes sense, at least.
Not in the way they're buying it, though.
No?
Yeah, for the same reason. Like, if you buy, like, a ton, let's say you're not a scalper, right? You're buying it for genuine reasons.
Yeah.
Not to sell it on.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I need, like, 5% of what this store has. Let's be generous. 5%.
Yeah.
Right? And then you buy that. And someone else does that. And like 20 people do it.
Yeah.
People who need it can't use it. I mean, like, people with, like, compromised immune systems.
Yeah.
They're at risk. And also, you stop everyone else from using it, which means they're still going to get infected. No matter how much hand soap you have, you still can't avoid this. Because I have it.
Yeah.
And as we've proven, I'm ill.
Yeah. Hopefully not that, but I don't know.
God, if I get coronavirus this early, that's like, you know, they're isolated for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Well, like a week and a half. And then I can't get it, right? Got the antigens for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
My antibodies for it. And then I can walk around freely.
It'll be so peaceful.
Well, they probably won't. Like, even if you are immune to it, you still can't walk around freely.
Oh, yeah, carrying it.
Yeah, you're still carrying it.
Yeah.
You just can't be. It's the same way of like in The Last of Us. If Ellie bit someone, would they turn?
I mean, presumably, yeah.
And for that reason, she was the most dangerous creature on the planet.
Because
she was a stealth infected.
Yeah, but she wasn't on their side.
I would love it if the plot twist of The Last of Us 2 is not that she's immune, it's that she has, like, the mutation that she got, it was, like, low developing, but it would take over her brain and it wouldn't cover her body.
Oh, so it just infect...
Like, it had control of her mind the whole time.
That's so stupid,
it was, like,
though.
super advanced, though.
It was sentient.
It was a sentient virus, a sentient fungus.
You know what? I'd hate that.
Yeah, you would hate it. Everyone would hate it. It would, like, delegitimize the entire plot.
Yeah.
Just kind of, The Last of Us 2 is coming out on PS4, right?
Yeah.
Might have to buy that. I never played the first one, but I watched, like, the entire story online.
Yeah.
Very much enjoyed it.
The opening is very good. It gets you right into it.
Apparently.
What do you mean, apparently?
Well, I think it was a good opening, but I wasn't really invested in Sarah.
No. It
only really pays off at the end when you're Joel running back through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely felt it when watching that. It was like I felt its impact.
It is weird what players will get attached to, though, right? Because some people felt like no affection for Sarah or Ellie.
Yeah.
And like that was that. They ended it.
Yeah.
They did the whole game and they didn't care.
Yeah.
But like you'll see people playing, like you'll play D&D or something, and they'll get attached to this weird goblin. That's like, no, we're gonna make him like the centerpiece of the campaign now. I was like, why? Why not? So now the goblin's like the main protagonist.
Yeah.
Right, and they'll do it for like you kill a dog in a game, you're dead to a lot of people. Like, have you seen I Am Legend?
I have not.
There's a scene in it where a dog gets like eaten by vampires or something. They're like infected.
Yeah.
Like a new race of things. And like apparently that scene really sucks. I don't know. Maybe I'm unfeeling. But it's like it's just a dog. It's like a fake dog. It's not even real.
Yeah.
Well, I mean it is because they did film with a real dog. It was a real German Shepherd. But I think it was
they killed a real dog.
Yeah, they killed a real dog. They did that for some westerns.
At the end of the film, only one. Right at the end of the credits, only one dog was harmed in the making of this film.
Oof. I'm feeling bad now.
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean,
you take the lead.
Don't
want to talk.
Dog deaths in films and like media doesn't affect me as much. I don't have a strong attachment to like pets.
Yeah. You know what's weird?
What?
So, I watch both live action and non-live action things.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But anime, way more effective at hitting me in the emotions.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
And I don't know what it is about it.
I think it might just be the fact that it's like you get the emotion from like how people are saying it.
Are you telling me that Henry Cavill isn't saying things really emotionally when he says them?
Yeah. Okay.
He's a good actor.
Okay. Yeah. But sometimes saying some very things can sound goofy in English,
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I imagine hearing it in Japanese, it's like way harder.
Like what shows I try to watch the dub of? Oh, that's right. I saw the dub trailer for the My Hero Academia film that came out recently, and I just was not feeling it at all. It sounded it sounded
You have watched
really
4 seasons
stupid.
with the like
Yeah.
Deku, the
Oh,
Japanese Deku voice
that's
actor,
true. Like
and like he's really good as well. It's not even like if it was like the guy who plays Yugi, I wouldn't be so like bothered for like Yu-Gi-Oh, obviously.
yeah.
But the Deku voice actor you couldn't really replace. He's got a unique voice,
Yeah.
and he uses it everywhere. He has one voice, so he has two.
I mean,
he has young Deku and old Deku.
yeah. I mean that's fine. People,
Yeah, I mean Travis Willingham has the same problem. People love him.
yeah.
Like Travis Willingham has two voices.
Yeah.
I like them both. They're really good.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I am just like used to that person, but yeah, there's
Like,
just
tell me they
something
could change
about.
back a guy. Tell me to my face, anyone could do that.
I mean, he's pretty.
Unique.
Yeah. I don't think I'd like anyone else. he's
Oh,
he's
Bakugo.
good.
I hate Bakugo, but I love him at the same time.
You hate him?
Yeah.
Why?
Like, he is really annoying. Not the
Ye-
shouting thing, but like the way he acts, it's infuriating.
I
It's
get
like,
it.
dude, shut up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, you're trash. You like, how could you can't catch up with me? How could someone so far back be catching up with me? No. It's like, alright, cool, we're done. We're 4 seasons into this now.
Yeah. It's
Like he has had character development where he doesn't do that anymore. Mainly because it's been like revealed to him that Deku is like the strongest hero.
I mean, that would be something that like continues to annoy you if you don't know the reasoning behind it.
Yeah, it's like, hang on, he's as strong as all mate. What's this?
Yeah, before he was this quirkless kid that I bullied in school, and
Yeah,
now
Deku was just holding back the whole time. Like, just you wait.
yeah,
Just
that would
you wait.
that would annoy you so much. Well,
Yeah.
if you were Bakugo, at least.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I was just like pitying you this whole time.
Yeah, that would stoke the fire quite a lot.
To be fair, Bakugo has won like every fight they've had.
Has Deku?
The first one doesn't count. Because the first one he only won by objective. Which isn't what I'm referring to.
No, I assumed you were meaning like just the one-on-one fights.
Yeah, the one-on-one fights, Bakugo almost always wins. Well, they fought twice and he's won both.
Yeah. I
But
feel
then Deku
in
got a
some
20%
way,
power up, so...
yeah, he's not been using like much power against him. I feel like
Yeah,
Deku would
he's
also
doubled in
hold back
strength
against Bakugo, like whatever the case.
No, he doesn't really, though, does he? Like, he went up to 8% while they were fighting, which is the most he'd ever done. Like, undamaged.
Yeah.
It does bother me, though, how Deku never considered, what if I try and push a percentage right now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it feels like after he'd been doing it for, like, a couple of months, he should have tried pushing the percentage barrier.
Yeah.
And he never did. I think he could have been at, like, 20% well before now.
Like you get
if it had just,
acclimated
like-
to it.
Can you repeat that? You cut out.
Oh, you'd assume he'd get like acclimated to it.
Yeah, like, why isn't he using 5% of his strength all the time? That would genuinely be, like, my first thing to think of. It's like, what if I do this all the time?
Maybe it takes a lot of energy to just use his power.
Maybe, but he would be training it, right?
Yeah.
Like, as much as Demon Slayer was a bit dumb in places, like, you're gonna breathe, like, concentrated breathing 100% of the time.
Oh,
Which
yeah,
is
I've forgotten
like-
about that.
Which is kind of like... But didn't it, like... But how?
He started off by struggling to even start it, and then was doing
Well,
it in his sleep.
It's not just that. It's that... And the thing I would never say is Deku should use 100% of his power all the time, because that would be absurd. But, like, in real life, you know, the life we live in,
Yeah, I'm familiar with
we
it.
have to, like, we don't constantly use our maximum strength, because you would either break your hand or break whatever you were trying to do.
Yeah,
Some things require, like, a delicate touch. So Deku at 5% seems reasonable, right? Because, like, he's fast,
yeah,
but he's not, like, absurdly fast.
no,
And I can imagine him being fine.
like
I
constant
can't imagine
5%.
Tanjiro being, like, 100% all the time forever. Oh, no, yeah, because remember how they do it after that? They, like, push lung capacity, don't they? So he still has a power-up after, like, concentrated breathing.
Yeah. The concentrated breathing thing really did just seem like a stupid jump. Like, you go from...
It's a lot of power very fast.
Yeah, and the fact that, like, there were like, I think the other person his age was, like, doing it perfectly already. Like,
Yeah. Because she was, like, a broken child or something, and she was just taught how to do it from, like, birth, essentially. She was, like, 5.
Yeah.
I can buy that, but I kind of
yeah.
don't like it, because it also makes it, like, well, if this is the case, why does she not go with them on all of their adventures and, like, do things with them?
Yeah. She seems quite powerful. It is weird when, like...
And she just took the test.
Yeah.
But, like, that
Didn't she pass
month.
before Tanjiro?
They passed at the same time.
Oh, yeah, because they just had to survive.
They were in the test together.
But, I mean, like, she... What was it? They had to, like, spend the night in the woods or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like, survive here for a week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was it. So, I could have sworn I remember her, like, doing better than he did.
They never showed it.
No.
She ran off. He ran off. A bunch of them died.
Yeah. That's brutal.
It really is.
Yeah. It is only the strong survive.
I mean, they could have, like, ran away. You can run through the Wistera.
Yeah.
But other than that, you're not really getting out. I don't know, power scaling in anime is really weird.
It is.
Because, like, you look at My Hero Academia, you have the same issue.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he went from 100%... Okay, here's the good one. Is the 100% to 5%. That was a great power-up.
Yeah.
But after that, the, like, 8 to 20%, you're kind of like, well...
Like, why is he still... Why is Bakugo, like, still able to keep up at that point?
But also, why is there not a middle ground? He says, oh, I can't use 20%. It makes my body creak. But 8% doesn't. So there must be a point where he can use, like, 12% currently for, like... Let's say you've got three fight states. You've got, like, high endurance, low endurance, and anywhere in between. It's like a spectrum. It's like 8% is high endurance, 20% is low endurance.
Yeah.
Length of the fight. But when he's fighting Gentle Criminal, he needs that fight to end fast.
Yeah.
Why is he not using, like, 12% of his power?
I don't know.
Like, he used 20 against Overhaul for, like, a reasonable amount of time, like a minute or so.
Yeah.
So when he caught the pillar that just dropped on him, why did he not go 20% throw it forwards, jump? Jump, flick, like something. I know he's a learning hero.
He did it for the plot.
Did it for the plot, exactly. Because
The suspense needed to build up.
2 more episodes of My Hero Academia, and it's just like, look at the festival. Eri's gonna have a smile.
I'm fine with that. I
kind of hate it. I don't really care about Eri at all.
No.
I care more about the logistics of hero work.
The logistics of hero work is interesting, but like I think it will be nice to see that like she's fine, I guess.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, but I kind of don't like the way that it's like, this is the most important thing right now. And it's like, well, no, it isn't. No, it isn't.
What, like having the festival? Do you mean?
No, like Eri smiling, and like,
oh, I mean, yeah.
They spent months on this festival, and from my perspective, as someone who has been to school, no one could have cared. No. I get that this is like fantasy world, but like, we've both been to school, Josh.
Yeah.
There would have been 4 girls running this like festival in each class.
Yeah.
And they would be telling everyone what to do. And then there would be the lazy people like me and you who wouldn't really want to do it.
Yeah.
And we would do it like half-assedly, and we'd be set to like background dancers or whatever.
Background dancers.
And we'd be on stage for like 5 seconds. It would be like sound engineers, not on stage.
Oh, I would totally
be
like a tech person behind the scenes.
Yeah, it would be like a thankless job because no one wants to do it anyway, and it would be like terribly done.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I put a little effort into it, but
it's very unrealistic as a show, and not because they have superpowers, but because the kids don't behave like they're 15.
Well, yeah, this doesn't see this. I have this problem with quite a few shows because they're always like, oh, well, these characters are in high school. These characters are 14, and like, oh, really? I mean, this setting seems like a bit more like university to me, honestly. Like, it seems later in the like they act more mature. Yeah, it's a cartoon, so they're like naturally a little more immature and silly, but
if you're curious, Tanjiro is 15 as well.
That is more in the realms of reason to me.
You can buy that because he acts like a moron. I hate Tanjiro for different reasons, but like he makes really bad decisions almost constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. He acts like a kid. But like, alright, so spoilers of the Promised Neverland.
You've
seen the Promised Neverland, right?
Yeah.
Like, those aren't kids. Those are adults in children's bodies.
Was it Eric? Who? Whitehead kid.
There was Norman.
Norman, that's it. Why do I call him Eric?
And I can't remember the girl's name. I'll look now.
Emma. I think.
Right? But those aren't kids.
Right. No. I mean, Emma was kind of... like,
wasn't she also like the smartest? She was the most childlike, but had like the most potential to grow.
Yeah.
It was like Norman, Emma, and Ray were like a god-tier trio.
Yeah.
Ray was the methodical planner. Norman was like the team leader, and Emma was the impulsive genius. That was like the team dynamic.
That sums it up very well. Yeah, they weren't like 10 years old.
Even the 5-year-olds were like, because they were 11 and almost 12.
Yeah, jeez, yeah.
That was the plot point.
Those were
They'd get eaten at 12.
They were like, what would you say a realistic age for those kind of characters would have been?
So for genius children,
yeah,
maybe 15.
Yeah,
there was too much going on. Like, I can imagine like kids being really smart. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying kids need to be morons.
Yeah,
but like the kind of like emotional stress those kids would have been under, and like the mental, like the academic and like intellectual side of things, there was too much there. You get one or the other. You get kids who are really good at like emotional development and kids who are really good at intellectual development, but they never coincide. I mean, I assume they do at some point, but like 3 of them in the same place, right? It's not buying it.
Yeah.
Like the protagonists, I get it. They're meant to be special.
Yeah, I guess there's going to be a little leeway for that, but yeah, 12 is they're not 12.
They're very much not almost 12.
No.
Yeah, but like Gone is 12 as well. I can buy Gone like way more because Gone acts like a kid.
Yeah. Oh god,
he's
Gone...
like a kid who's really good at one thing.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I buy Gone completely.
Same with Killua, although Killua's like kind of a Gary Stew in like some very. He's not, but he's really close.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's good at like loads of things. He's well adjusted, kinda. He's an assassin. He's got a really powerful, cool family.
Yeah.
Right. He has like a bunch of like if the plot requires him to have something done, he can get it done.
Yeah.
But Gon is just like raw willpower.
Yeah.
And they're a good duo, don't get me wrong. I enjoy them.
It's a very good show.
I think you mean manga, because the show was cancelled.
Oh.
But the show was very good.
The show was cancelled?
Well, it's never going to get made again, is it? He's never going to finish a chapter.
Well,
the manga. On has he posted a chapter? Hiatus X hiatus.
No, I checked the other day.
Did you?
I did. Because
he's been on hiatus for a year and a bit.
It's not the longest it's been.
It's another 30%. 33% and will be the longest.
Yeah.
It's at 60 at the moment. I love looking at this chart. If you like, the longest publication streak is half of what this hiatus is.
The longest what?
Like, publication streak. You did 30 in a row.
Yeah.
Right? And even then, like, you consider all of this, he's missed 63% of his issues.
I mean, I think
he should just make it a yearly release, honestly.
I was looking at it before, and it did seem like at one point he, like a couple of like the release periods, he like had like a kind of big break between them, and then just released a lot like in a streak.
He releases them like if you look in 2018, he released like started at 9. Ending at 18. So that's 9. I think that's actually 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, he released 10. It's inclusive. And then he went from 43 to 52. This is of 2018, by the way. So this means that I think, as far as I'm aware, this just means like it was issue 9 of the year.
Yeah.
Right? So he started at like 43, went to 52. So that's, another 10. And he released 20 in 2018. Nothing in 2019. Probably nothing in 2020.
Probably nothing.
It has to end.
It does have to end.
Like, I don't see this, like, happening. It can't finish in the way that I think he was intending.
No.
Also, there is a consistently going on arc at the moment. It's been going on since issue 27. For the great hiatus arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are chapters of it constantly. Every week.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh. Maybe I should read it. I want more Hunter x Hunter in my life.
You will be sad because where is it? The election arc. That's where we ended, right?
Yeah.
Then Dark Continent starts. That was in 2012. So just so you know, Hunter x Hunter started in 2012, I think. like the anime.
Yeah.
But then, by the time it ended, he just started Dark Continent, like the whole thing.
Yeah.
And that's where he is now. I'm not convinced he'll finish it.
Ever.
But who knows? Maybe one day he'll get over this crippling back pain from writing.
Yeah.
And he'll move through.
If it was really back pain, like, surely with a show as popular as this, like, there are things that can be done to, like, help. Surely.
Maybe. But it's possible that it's just, like, the way that the job works. It's like RSI.
Yeah.
Like, if you have RSI, there's not much you can do except, like, find an alternative way of doing the job.
Yeah. I mean, like, so what? I'm assuming, like, he writes each, like, release, and does he illustrate it as well?
I think so.
Okay. So
I think he's very protective over it. He doesn't want to like
Yeah.
have anyone like doing things to his artwork because he wants to be very particular about how things look and how things are drawn so they don't give the wrong impression. And I can sympathize with this because like if you're writing something with a complex magic system like Nen,
yeah.
like Nen is soft magic at heart, but it has hard magic rules.
Yeah.
So you don't want someone else doing it because someone will point out and go, well, that seems inconsistent with this scene. You know, what's going on with this?
Yeah.
And then you got to answer the question or say, oh, it was an art mistake. And if it's an art mistake, you got to, you know, there's the confusion in, I want to say the ranks, because I think people would start a fight over Hunter x Hunter. I don't know if you agree.
What, that people would have a fight?
Yeah, would you fight for Hunter x Hunter? If someone said to you, all you gotta do, spend like a week in the army, and Hunter x Hunter will start again. Like it's live combat.
I
think I'd say no.
Yeah. I think
I'm
I
not
would
invested
too.
enough.
I don't think I. Like, what would you risk your life? Because that's risking your life. Like, you'd be risking your life for a show to continue.
I'd risk my life if it was the only way for me to live. Is that?
You know what? I think most people would.
Yeah.
It sounds like a reasonable, like, thing to do.
It's maybe a reasonable thing to do.
Yeah, maybe.
So I've got one piece of follow-up that I wanna jump on before we end, because we've got like 20 minutes left.
Already? Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't know. We thought we weren't going to have anything to talk about, and we spoke about coronavirus for like an hour.
We did. This isn't getting monetized. Not that it was going to be monetized in the first place.
Cross the threshold.
It'll probably be like hidden from people.
Oh no, it'll be hidden from me.
Yeah. Oh no.
So let's imagine we're talking about Doctor Who.
I don't like this scenario.
Because I'm going to retcon The Timeless Child and Miracle Day in a one fell swoop.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's how we start. We're going to invent a Time Lord.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what they're called. As a joke, I'm going to call them the Surgeon. But like...
I like it.
Right? I reckon if anyone actually created a Time Lord called the Surgeon, though, they'd be, like, ripped in half by their fan base.
Yeah, that would be awful. And they'll bring in the anaesthetist.
Yeah, and the epidemiologist. There's so many different ways to do things. So, we take the character, the Surgeon, and where the Doctor is, like, he, like, runs into situations and he, like, tries to solve them, right? He's like, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna save lives.
Yeah.
right? The surgeon's like, no. Let's take a step back. Let's look at the grand picture here. How can I alter events minutely so that the event doesn't happen, but time continues as normal?
Yeah.
This is his thing. He's like a good guy, but he's trying to like. He's very methodical, and it's like pulling at different strings, like very slightly.
It sounds a lot more difficult to write for.
It does. This is why it's going to be used to retcon some things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I don't like the Miracle Day story. I think it's dumb and bad, and I hate it.
Is the Miracle Day story, the one that's just happened then?
No, that's Timeless Child. Miracle Day is the Torchwood story.
Oh, okay.
And I hate it, because I really like Torchwood. Especially season 3. But Miracle Day is where everyone on Earth becomes immortal, yet it's never addressed in Doctor Who as a whole.
Everyone on Earth becomes immortal?
They get Jack's power.
What?
I know, it's dumb and it's terrible. So, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna, the decision I'm making here is I'm gonna retcon the Timeless Child, but there's only really, 2 ways to do this. Either we have to remove the Master from existence.
Really?
Or
Okay.
it's all a big lie.
What's a big lie?
The Timeless Child thing.
Oh, okay.
Right? So, here's the plan. I'm a little unsure of how you would want to do this. But what we're going to do is we're going to have the surgeon plant the memories of, the Timeless Child in the Matrix for the Master to find, so that the Master goes a bit nuts and tries to destroy Gallifrey. We can retcon, any Gallifrey-related things because it's Gallifrey, right? We literally don't have to care.
Yeah.
Right? We can call it a second Gallifrey, we can call it a simulation, we can call it a hallucination. It doesn't matter.
The Dream Lord could come back.
The Dream Lord could come back. They're in cahoots.
Yeah.
So all of those memories are fake. But he does it because he knows the Doctor thinks that they're the time. Well, yeah, he knows the Doctor thinks that the Timeless Child.
Yeah.
So he needs the Master to think this. So he puts the memories there. So he creates the loop, the Timeless Child thing.
Yeah.
Right? From here, because he's trying to remove the Master. This is the end goal. He doesn't succeed. He's trying to remove the Master.
Yeah.
Here's how I think I would propose this idea.
Okay.
The Master evidently cannot be killed. People have tried. He's been in unwinnable. He could not regenerate. He couldn't escape. He's come back.
Yeah.
So as a bit of meta commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's literally died 3 times in New Who or something like that.
Yeah.
There's a bit of meta commentary. The surgeon will be like, people have tried to kill the Master and they failed. He's literally died and still been alive.
Yeah.
He's an anomaly in time, so we're going to force him and trap him in a time loop.
Okay.
That way we know exactly where he is at any given time, and he can't come back. He has finite destructive capability.
Yeah.
How do we do this? We make him think he's the Timeless Child.
Okay.
Right? Because he is. Because the Timeless Child is actually the time loop of the Master.
Okay.
So that's the hypothetical success point. But actually the Timeless Child memories are fake. They're not real, because obviously, to make this plot line work, the Master isn't going to die. We all know this. They're not going to get trapped in a time loop. The Beavers wouldn't allow it.
Yeah.
So the memories have to be fake to make us the story can still work even after some timey-wimey changes.
Okay.
Right? So his goal is to trap him in a time loop. It doesn't work. The Timeless Child isn't even real. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And we can invent some technology that forces the Master's first regeneration to be their last regeneration and keep them in a time loop. Science fiction.
Sure.
right? But to do this,
Yeah.
he has to alter events on Earth, through space-time, to make it so that the Master ends up in this position where he can, activate this device and get him.
Yeah.
So, first of all, he needs the Cybermen to do things, because they do the Time Lord Cybermen thing. Remember, in the Time Lord chat. Right? So, here's how we do it. You've got a disabled person, who needs, they're basically a vegetable. They speak with their eyes.
Yeah.
Right? And they're gonna get, an enhancing surgery that turns them into, a proto-Cyberman. They don't know this. They think they're just gonna be, freed from their body.
Yeah.
Or, they'll be repaired, like an exoskeleton. But it's, the first step towards becoming a Cyberman.
Yeah.
And it has to happen.
Yeah.
Or, there's two ways we can take this story as well, actually. There's either you have to stop the Cyberman thing from happening because the Cybermen can't exist at that point in time, they have to exist later. That works. Or it has to happen this way. There's two ways of doing this. I've thought this through. I'm pitching the idea to the Beebs.
Justin Bieber? He's interested?
Yeah. I know.
Oh.
Right?
That's kind of weird.
Let's pick the one where the Doctor has to kill a person, essentially, by, preventing them from becoming a Cyberman.
Yeah.
Forcing them to be trapped inside their, useless, meshy body. Forever.
Yeah.
And you can do some euthanasia talk if you so desire. It's a bit, bit morbid. But, here we are.
Yeah.
And this has all been orchestrated by the surgeon. I hate the name, by the way. I made this joke, and I'm hating it the more I say it.
It's because he fixes the events of things.
You shut up. So,
he operates on time.
That's caused the Cybermen to happen.
Yeah.
That's an example of what you can do. And then you just have a bunch of stories that all, interlink. And he retcons Miracle Day because this person wouldn't need this device if Miracle Day existed. Right? That way we can get rid of it. Or, the alternative, if Miracle Day happens, because there's two ways you can take this story, where it has to happen or it can't happen. If it can't happen, you retcon Miracle Day so that the person who would have died in Miracle Day didn't die, and therefore couldn't push this surgery. Therefore, this event didn't occur.
Okay.
Or it, changed slightly. And the surgeon wasn't prepared for it, hence he pushes the Doctor in the direction of all the ones he wants to fix. He's like a tactician. He works from above the timeline.
Yeah.
And keeps guiding the Doctor into events he needs the Doctor to fix in the Doctor's way.
They could, it would be so easy for them to just say there is, someone's just been controlling where you've been going throughout this entire time. The TARDIS isn't broken. He's just controlling it.
No, the TARDIS is sentient.
He is the TARDIS.
The two TARDIS.
The TARDIS is the one that's been orchestrating this.
Oh, yeah, what a terrible twist that would be. That is the exact kind of timeless child bullshit we needed.
Oh god. Yeah.
No, wait, I've got an even better retcon.
Yeah.
Remember when the TARDIS became a person?
Yeah.
Right? The TARDIS is the Doctor's mother. Now this is some fanfic that I need.
So the TARDIS is the Doctor's mother.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Doctor is his own father.
Okay. Wait, is the surgeon's mother and father?
No. He's the Doctor. The Doctor is his own father.
Oh.
And the TARDIS is his mother.
Oh. I see.
This is fanfic, Josh.
Okay.
So I wouldn't do this, obviously.
Let's just roll with it.
I obviously wouldn't do this.
Yeah.
But I want to retcon two events simultaneously.
And this is the only way to do it.
No, not with the TARDIS thing. by like
Okay.
having the surgeon like guide the doctor to all of these locations. Like basically, here's this grand plan to
Yeah.
like remove the master, and the doctor's like, hang on, all of these events are linked, every single one of them, in some way, and he figures it out at the end, like, oh, okay, this is all some big manipulation.
Yeah.
It's too much of a coincidence that we're doing them all in a row.
Yeah.
And then they have a confrontation where the doctor's like, and this is to remove the invalidation of Missy's arc, where the doctor prevents the surgeon from like time looping the master because he believes the master can change,
Yeah.
knowing that Missy was. He didn't think Missy had changed, but he saw potential there.
Yeah.
And he saw a chance at redemption, hence keeping the master alive.
Yeah.
Because the surgeon is very an ends justify the means kind of guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I
the
can
doctor's not
understand
that. So they're like ideologically opposed, but they work for the same team.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe the surgeon is secretly the Rani.
The Ronnie?
It's another Time Lord. Another rogue Time Lord.
Okay.
I don't know, I feel like there's not enough rogue Time Lords running about.
You'd think there'd be more.
Yeah, there wouldn't just be 3 in all of time.
Yeah. I mean, considering what the Time Lords have been like killed, like their race has been wiped out a few times now. It feels like, at least. Like,
Yeah, twice at least.
You'd think some of the people would have gone, oh, screw this, I'm leaving.
This is what I was thinking of doing with Gallifrey, where it was just like, why would anyone stay on this planet?
They have time machines.
Like, think about it for a second, Doctor. Like, you tried to kill us, then you locked us in a pocket dimension, and then the Master tried to kill us. Who would stick about?
Yeah. It seems like a lot of bad stuff happens there.
Yeah, like, there's just a Time Lord colony somewhere on the edge of space that's just like, yeah, we just built a new Gallifrey here. Just plonked it down.
Yeah. I could believe that happened.
And then the Master destroyed the other one, the real one.
Yeah.
But there's an identical copy.
Oh. That's what happened this season. The Master killed a lot of holograms.
Like, the Time Lords were, like, super powerful. I don't get how it's like, oh yeah, the Master came into the Matrix, looked in at this thing that had no connection to the Doctor, and then suddenly destroyed us all.
Yeah,
Well,
how does that work?
He kept their bodies there. This is why, like, he couldn't have used a super weapon, like a nuke, because their body wouldn't have been there.
He miniaturized everyone.
You can't unminiaturize them, I don't think.
No, that wasn't ever, like, shown as a thing that could happen.
So Josh, what do you think of my 10 out of 10 retcon device?
The Surgeon.
The Surgeon.
100% is final
He cuts
name.
out all the useless, terrible things.
Oh, God. I mean...
Because the worst part about it is the character, in theory, would work.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little, like... I'd say it's a little cliche. It's not really that cliche.
I think it would be... It would be quite a big thing to say, oh... Like, there's been someone, like, puppeteering the Doctor and wherever he's going.
For a season.
Just for a season. So, like,
Yeah.
not his entire...
No, it's literally just for, like...
But
The
isn't
Doctor
it...
gets sent to a bunch of events in the season that all kind of link, but not quite.
Wouldn't the Surgeon be wanting to try and, like, stop the Master, before
Well, no, because
all of that?
if you send... Because the Master... You literally can't stop the Master, is like the hypothesis here. Or is like the premise.
Yeah, but you'd want
He just... Like, he knows, as a person, he could not stop the Master in, like, that kind of way.
Yeah.
He has to be really, like, broad about it.
But
He has to be
wouldn't he
taken.
want...
So he can track the Master's timeline, right?
Yeah.
If you try and tweak the timeline, you don't know where he is, and like no one predicts the Master ever.
Yeah.
So the whole point, except the Doctor.
Yeah.
So instead, he pulls at strings to make the Master's timeline as like consistent as it was before, so that he knows where it ends, or like so he can guide the ending towards this like place where he can start a time leap.
Yeah.
Thus trapping him forever.
Yeah.
And obviously you never do it because that would be dumb. But you get taken because if you try and like go in and just like I'm gonna take a chainsaw to it, you're gonna mess something up.
Yeah.
Like a surgeon, he's very careful. Well, I say that as if surgeons are, but if you've ever known a surgeon, it's like knives into bodies, hacking away.
I feel like there's a little bit more to it than that.
You're a brain surgeon, yeah, but I feel like cutting into the stomach, just like hack at it all the way.
Really?
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
That's just false.
Are you sure? Worked pretty well for Doomsday.
He's a character.
No, wait, that's the opposite.
Is it?
Yeah, but didn't kill him, it didn't make him stronger. He adapted to his death on death.
What? So
Yeah.
he came back?
Yeah, Doomsday is immortal. Every time he dies, he comes back stronger.
Okay.
With resistance to
whatever killed him.
Yeah.
That's broken.
Yeah, he's like, every time Doomsday gets too powerful, they end up like nuking the universe and like resetting it.
That's stupid.
It's really stupid.
Why
He doesn't like Doomsday.
Just don't have Doomsday. Or maybe make him killable.
But he is killable.
By nuking the universe.
Well, no, if you like stab him in the chest, it kills him.
Yeah, but he comes back.
Yeah, but you did kill him.
No, but he just comes back
He was
immediately.
killable.
Like immediately?
It takes like a day or something.
Okay, so that's not killable, that's just preventive. That's not preventable.
Doomsday is like a Tarrasque in D&D. You can like remove it, but you can never kill it. Like
you can only slow him down.
Canonically, even if you reduce a Tarrasque to 0 hit points, it just burrows into the earth and like rests for an undefined amount of time.
Okay.
Could be a week, could be a year, could be 10,000 years. You don't know.
They'll just keep having to think of like new and interesting ways to kill Doomsday so that he's not resistant to it.
They never do. It's always like, we poisoned him, kryptonite, and then he's immune to poisoning and kryptonite, and then they stab him, and then he's immune to stabbings. His like, skin gets really armoured, and they bludgeon him to death, and then his muscles get really dense, and they squash him, and then he gets really strong bones. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. What can you do?
Reset the universe. Dr. Manhattan it.
Dr. Manhattan it?
Yeah, he's like a super being.
Okay.
The only thing he can't do is kill Superman.
That's the only thing he can't do.
There's some others, but pretty much that, yeah.
Superman's just that strong, I guess.